Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Tonight we're playing a game I have not played before, as most of the things I play are. Sometimes, I suppose. Like Terraria, that kind of thing I play a little bit of. But tonight we are doing a game that I am not familiar with at all. This is called What Remains of Edith Finch. Came out about 4 years ago. And I never played it. I also managed to stay completely ignorant of anything in the game. So I'm in a unique position to play the game blind and not be spoiled by anything and have a good time with it, I think. It's gotten tremendous reviews. I was just looking at the Steam page for it. It's overwhelmingly positive. Even the recent reviews are overwhelmingly positive. This was up for free a while back on Epic Game Store, and that's where I'll be playing it. Maybe it's a couple bucks, but still, it's very, very cheap to get on sale these days. It was even on Xbox Game Pass a few months ago, so it's included with that sometimes. I don't think it still is, but keep your eye out on the Epic Game sales this winter. I'm sure it'll be one that's very, very cheap to attain if you were interested in playing this yourself. And if you are interested in playing this yourself, obviously don't watch the stream. It's going to be an entire playthrough of the game. The game, I think, is only like about 3 hours long. so it's kind of perfect length for a stream to play the entire thing. My current PC, my old PC, is still what I'm operating on. That's why I'm playing this game, because it's an older game. It should run well on my old PC, and it was already installed on my old PC. So I was like, oh, let's just take care of some things on there, get them cleared off now finally. So we're playing that, and I'll be back to my new PC. Fingers crossed the SSD will arrive sometime tomorrow. So if I'm not streaming tomorrow night, it's because I'm fixing up my PC and getting that all working again, getting everything set up again for that. So might take some time. I got a work thing all day long tomorrow, so I can't work on it during the day pretty much. And yeah, so it should come sometime tomorrow afternoon. I'll have a late night with the work stuff, and then I will get to repairing, assuming I'm sober enough, get to repairing the PC. So yeah, I might have to wait till Wednesday at that rate, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, it should be good. Anyways, let's get into Edith Finch here, right? All right. Welcome to the stream before anybody asks, because they're going to ask again. It's that. It's that. One of the classics. All right. We got this playlist going right now called Sad. I thought that would be a good fitting soundtrack for this game. I don't know how sad it is. I think it is. Like, it's a fairly melancholy game. I don't know for sure, though. I mean, again, it's just based on, like, my outside perspective on the game, not knowing anything that's in it. Just kind of the screenshots and that kind of thing I see from it. It's a adventure game, first-person exploration type game. We're going to be going around an old house, uncovering memories and information about the family and that kind of thing. So let's launch it up, and we'll get into it. Let's go. This is another Annapurna Interactive. They always do good work. A little loud at the moment. I'll turn it down in a second here. Well, so far, not a melancholy intro. This is kind of a exuberant intro here. Actually, can I just hit the audio quick here on this? Let's bring the master down a little bit here. About 50% there on that one. We can leave the mix how it is there. We'll just continue playing. Okay, so we have the family tree here. Okay, so Edith is here. And then we have Odin and Edie back over here. So this is interesting already. We're already seeing some things that are very, very interesting in this game. Okay, let's continue on. That should be better for volume-wise. If it's not, let me know. So we're in it, and it's a very interesting start to the game. Can I walk around at all? I can look around. I'm holding flowers. Oh, I have a journal for Edith Finch. Okay. Press when I see that, I press to open it up.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning with the house.
This might not be loud enough here. Let's get the balance point right. Let's get the balance a little bit better. I think I made it too quiet. We got to turn down the sound effects a little bit. Keep the dialogue up a little bit, turn the music down a little bit, and then we get the whole thing back up a little bit. That way we can hear the dialogue a little bit better, because I think that's going to be pretty important. I have... do I have captions on? Looks like they're already on by default, possibly. Doesn't say captions anywhere. Sometimes they have in the audio credits, but... or audio settings, but... Alright. Just making sure. Alright, continuing. So here we are. A slow walk to the house.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
I love when games do that with the text on the... Oh, that's cool. All right. I love that. Deathloop recently just did a ton of that, and it was amazing. So if I see something like that, I click and
inside
I can
the mailbox
pull
bills
like get
from
it.
7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
So I can, so when I click something like that, I interact with it physically. That's kind of cool. Like I have to like actually lower my mouse to do something.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
All right.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Looks like there's a path down here. I want to take the less traveled path. The weirder path, the woods here. It looks like I can just take a random path here.
Even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Missing Milton Finch. She said it was her brother's funeral, so maybe that Milton is the missing boy there.
The woods around the house have always
And
been
it's their
uncomfortably
brother that died.
silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
Don't run into your words as you're walking around. So this is where the other road would have taken me out. I would have stuck to that road. I don't think I'm gonna walk back for that though. I'm just gonna play it forward. I'm gonna be observant around me, but I'm not gonna like backtrack like that. What is that?
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
What is this house? This is incredible architecture. Like they just kept adding onto it. It looks like they just kept building up and up and up. That's interesting. It's like a Wes Anderson house or something like that. We have a sea monster also. Looks like a...
I asked Edie once about the dragon in the pond.
The dragon.
She
okay.
said it had killed her husband.
Huh.
I was 6. It seemed like an odd joke to me, even then.
Is it a joke, though? Maybe it did. All right. I like it. I like a weird house to explore. So this is like one of the categories of like art games from Annapurna that I never played, that I really wanted to play,
As
that
a
were very
child,
acclaimed.
the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
So like Kentucky Route
Now,
Zero would
as
be
a
one of those, for
17-year-old,
instance.
I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
I can't blame you. My first impulse is to go through the doggy door.
Going through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left.
Okay. So I came in here first for some reason. Didn't even check the front door. Just go right to the doggy door. Like a normal person. I mean, like, that's the thing. I'm gonna play this
For the
game like
first
I'm making
time
no
in
wrong
years.
decisions.
I felt like I was home.
Just like I remember it.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Edith, Edie, Dawn, Lewis. In loving memory of Lewis Finch, not Milton. Looks like there's holiday feast, which is kitchen, Viking's belly, Nordic cookbook, weird recipes, flour, salt, water, yeast, Northwest chef, bunch of others I can't quite read. Fish and shellfish, the Pacific pantry. So like we're a Nordic family living in Pacific Northwest, it looks like, is what I can tell from this. Weird recipes. That's a good book. There's a lot of cookbooks here. Somebody like to cook. The Book of Mushrooms. The Pacific Pantry. I have 2 copies of the Pacific Pantry. Oh my god. Maybe it's a periodical. Another copy of Weird Recipes. Different edition, Northwest Chef. Another copy of that too. Tasting Thailand, Cosmic Cuisine, From Cove to Stove. A lot of fish meals here too. All right. What else we got here? Got a cookbook still sitting out. What are these ones? Same. Another copy of Pacific Pantry.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Okay. Yeah. Canned tuna or canned salmon. And there's a nice apple pie recipe. Oh, look at this. Has anybody tried to make this? All right. We're gonna print screen that just so we can make it later. Hey, Nixie. How you doing? Welcome. I've heard it's very good. I've never played it before, and I'm looking forward to it. Looks very cool.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
All these cookbooks and you're having Chinese food? All these cookbooks. You can't just pick one up and make something? They have so many copies of the Pacific Pantry. Like, that one's the same edition. They got one for this side of the room and that one for that side of the room. No, I like them conveying that they have a lot of books here, but there better be a good reason they have so many copies of the Pacific Pantry. Just saying. Wild Feast. Made of Meat. Walking Tempura. Okay, somebody is cooking Chinese. Okay, that's good. Tales of Taste and Tummies. What? Okay, that's a fun one. Raw fowl. Do not eat raw fowl. Oh my god. Are they cooking raw fowl?
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Why did we leave? Is that blood or wine?
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing
Wine.
the furniture.
Killing everyone but sparing the furniture. Okay. We have Edie's wheelchair here. An oxygen tank. Looks like we ordered Chinese food. So we can't be like that rustic. Like a Chinese food place will deliver to us.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Welcome home. Assisted living. It's not a nursing home. It's assisted living. It's different. I tell myself.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
I like the metaphors and similes.
Even
and
the
all that.
fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Huh. Interesting. Nice big TV though. Like, that's pretty decently sized for this room. Yeah. Not a good angle for whoever sits here. Like, this is a bad viewing angle. Like, you gotta sit, like, your head, like, you'd be, like, leaning against the thing, like, facing this way. But other than that, looks pretty good. Let me see what this box is about. Like, Dawn Finch living room. Like, this is a move-in box, not a moving-out box? Or were we moving out, we just left our stuff behind? And why do we have so many books? Barbara.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Great-Grandpa Sven built the house? Interesting. The books are remnants of a failed bookstore business. That would make 100% sense. If that was the case, it would make complete sense then. You're right. That would completely change everything. We seem to have sealed this door off pretty well from the elements.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Is he though? How old is he? 11. and he disappeared 2003. I don't know what year it is. It's 2010 apparently. So, well, at least until when we left, it was 2010. I don't know how long we've been gone. I mean, the game was made in 2017. Pacific Pantry. All right, if this is a bookstore collection, though, they would have it more organized than this because there's so many copies of the Pacific Pantry. You gotta group them together. This is... I love this. I love this, though. Like, if you had this in your house, how cool would that be? Like, have, like, the bookshelves just... like, I would love that. I love it. This looks so cool. I don't care if all of them are facing the wrong direction. Most of them are fake and redundant of other books. We can live with that if we have something that cool. I love how just like, and it somehow stays in there. Like, I don't know how you get anything back out of there, but it's like not the most efficient way of managing books. Now, did we go right to the basement?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Again, we were packing to leave.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
I'm gonna get a photo of this bookshelf and be like, honey, we need to do this. Got a great idea. Let's do this. All right. Got a photo of that. Getting architecture and organizing ideas.
Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Okay. That's weird. Oh, I liked how the words like disappeared that direction there. I'm gonna follow them. But also I'm very intrigued by all of the doors being all sealed here. Whoa, that's a nice one to put at the end of the hallway there. So this is Molly. Wasn't Molly the cat? We had a cat named Molly, I thought. But this cat lived from 1937 to 1947. Molly was only 10. I don't think it was a cat. I think we named... Okay, no, you can't really name a cat after dead relatives, though.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
This is a cool room, too. I love this. All right, so this is like what you would do in Animal Crossing if you didn't have a limit on the number of rooms you could add in your houses. Like, you'd end up with like fish walls with the fish wallpaper.
Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Just try the key on everything. It worked. It worked. The key I had worked
Turns
on
out
this.
My mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Now
it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
What did Mom? What? Okay, like, this is the most impractical hidden thing ever. This is the most impractical thing ever. Like, what? You're having a hidden secret hidden passageway. You want it to be less conspicuous than that. The book just sitting against the window that doesn't go to the outside.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Apparently so. It's supposed to be crayon. It'd be a lot of work with crayon there, though. Oh, that's a good drawing.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan.
This is the coolest house ever. Like, look at the stained glass. That is beautiful. Like, why would you hide that away in here? I love the cute little bunny and bear hanging out in here.
But I had no idea what was behind that door.
What is behind the door? Is this...
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
This is Molly's room. I was gonna say I could tell from the castle there, but then also there's a name right there. So, okay. Oh, she likes sharks. That's fun.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
She has a gerbil in there at some point.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Maybe you have. Look at this room. This is so, it's a tiny room, but it's so well decorated. Like, this is not the room of a 10-year-old. This is awesome. So we have Eddie and Sven's room there. We have Barbara's room there. We have, I can't see the map, but there's the passageway between the two. It's December 1947. Because she died in 47, right? So she's got some books. Jungle Book. A Crumb in the Cupboard? The Weird Tale. Monsters of the Deep. A Short Walk in the something. Okay. What do we have here?
December
Interesting.
13th, 1947.
Oh, this is so cool.
Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
And it's not the gerbil food. Oh, don't eat the gerbil food. I'm not gonna make her do it. Don't eat your goldfish either. I thought about
eating Christopher, but I held back.
Good idea. Christopher thanks you. Okay, let's take a look at the carrot.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, don't eat the gerbil food. Ugh. All right, kid. Oh, there was a thing over here too. I love that. I also love that I'm little now too. I'm 10 years old. This kid writes very good for a 10-year-old. Like, I have a 10-year-old. They do not write this well. Wait, why are you eating the toothpaste? Whoa, don't eat the toothpaste, you crazy. Oh my god. I ate? No, you don't eat the holly.
I ate
the holly's
a lot
bad.
of things that night.
Don't eat the holly, that's bad. Holly is definitely poisonous.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Oh my god. Wait, is there candy in
My
here?
Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh, well, yeah.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. Ugh. Yeah, that carrot was totally covered in gerbil poo. Look at that. Gross. Gerbils always poop in their dish. Why is that?
It was
See a
a
bird?
barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
What are we doing, kid?
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Okay. I'm a cat now. I'm purring quite a bit. I get to be a
I
cat
tried
now.
to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Well, yeah, you're a cat now. This is so crazy. All right, what kind of parent puts holly in their kid's room? A 10-year-old's not gonna eat that? Come on. I think I maybe go this way.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
I'm a cat. Hey, Mom, Dad, I'm a cat now. Mom, Dad, I'm a cat. Okay. Go and get that bird. I almost had it. I almost got it that time. This is great. This is the best cat simulating game I've ever
I
played.
jumped and I almost got her.
Where did she go?
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Why did she fly away? Yeah, go
Now I
higher.
was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
I'll go to eat the mom
I
bird.
gobbled her up,
Oh, why? No.
and suddenly I was an owl.
Oh,
First, all I heard was the wind.
okay.
Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh. Okay. I don't see. Do I hear them? Oh, I hear them. Over here.
Rabbits.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I got him. First try.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Bigger than a rabbit? An owl's gonna be fine after eating a whole rabbit. I'll tell you that. I mean, yeah, I think there's psychotropic effects with gerbil poo that we're learning here.
A mama rabbit.
A mama rabbit. All right, here we go, mama rabbit. Let's go. Oh man, we're gonna eat good tonight.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating.
Oh, I can't stop eating.
And suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh, well, that's inconvenient. That's inconvenient. No. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. All right.
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean.
All right, I'm in the
I
ocean.
was hungrier than ever.
All right. There's something there. Ooh, what is it? Sea lion? Seal?
I wanted
Harbor seal?
fat, juicy seals.
No. I don't think
tore
a
off
shark
her
attacked with a
flipper,
tail.
and it tasted
Oh.
really good.
Uh-huh. I know very little about being a shark, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to attack from the tail. Oh, there we go. I should be like going crazy when the blood's in the water. Like it should be making the tiger, the shark so
Grabbed
worried the
on
tiger.
tight.
There you go,
Oh,
to the
I was
middle.
so
That's what you
hungry.
want. That's what you
Jumped
want.
out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
I am an octopus now. I think I'm an octopus now.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh my God. This child is terrifying. Oh my gosh. This is also, this child's written in his diary, like, Oh, this stuff's amazing.
I
Like, this is
wanted
such
to
good writing.
stop, but also I didn't.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh. Grab his ankles. All right. Gonna go for the captain here.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry.
Oh
To
my.
cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Okay.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Okay. Man. I would be so proud if my 10-year-old could write like this. Look her to the toilet. Now that's terrifying. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I got
oh,
closer and
her
closer.
room. It's her room. All my stomach.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again.
Oh
I
my.
held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
That's so great. Man. That's amazing.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
So Edie is Edith's grandmother? Great-grandmother? It's hard to say exactly what's going on with the tree here. But one thing I am noticing is that almost everyone is dead. Except for Sven, Ingeborg, Kay, and Sanjay, possibly. Because they don't have dates or birth dates. But, like, everybody else is dead. God. Okay. Alright, we're learning a bit.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Man, that was such a good, like, oh my gosh. You can, like, see, like, the creativity, like, where it comes from, like, the shark and the monster and all that. Like, she has these things, she's got the different interest in the ocean stuff. You know, all that stuff. Like, is there Holly in here, though? I can't go in there. Creepy owl mask? Like, oh, look at this. Owl mask, cat mask, you know, like, she's got little, like masks.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
It's this octopus right here. It's the jellyfish. The jellyfish? Did you look under the bed? What we got in here?
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't get a chance to really look at that. It didn't pull all the way out. Alright. That's alright. Cool. I'm not a cat, though.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Because of the story. I get it. She died from poisoning from the
I
holly
spent a lot of
barrier,
time
the
in
toothpaste.
Great-Grandma Edie's room.
I don't think she did any of that. I don't think the holly eating or the toothpaste necessarily happened. Like, because she was writing down what happened. If she was hallucinating, she can't have written all that, right? Like, it was pretty cogent writing. But her story, it just sounds like child imagination
We
stuff.
got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Oh.
She could have, but she didn't.
Okay. Dragon kills Finch. Tragedy strikes. Finch family pond. Celebration turns to mourning. Oh, that would have been such a cool slide, though. I don't blame him. He's got little dwarves. Love it. 7 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's the 7th? Where's the 7th?
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
I mean, so my thought is that she died from like some type of like smallpox or something like that. I don't even know if smallpox was still a thing. Could have been polio around this time, something like that. Because if you looked at her hands, they were covered in spots. Like, so I think Molly was sick, and that's why she died at 10. I don't think it was anything to do with this whole monster or anything like that. I think it was just a good imagination. And I mean, she wrote it all down. So if any of that happened, she wouldn't like be able to write about it. If she was hallucinating, she wouldn't be able to write any of that.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Mole man beneath the Finch house? Oh, man.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
That's awesome. I like that he's had all these hats here, too. You know, one for every occasion, depending on her mood. They're all the same hat. What was he doing here? Who's that, you think? Milton?
Lewis died a week before we
Lewis.
left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
He looks like he's got black light behind him. That puka shell necklace really sets the era.
Edie
Good
knit me a
paint-
new
good
pair
painter.
of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Really good painter. If she painted this and painted this, like, it's really decent. Oh, this is her actually painting a thing, though. So she was good at painting like that, and also good at painting like this, unless this is Sven. Who knows? Oh, I love this. The handprints? That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I like it. Oh, look at this sword. It's a baller sword.
Her room was like a museum.
Oh, are we going to read Odin's diary? I really want to read Odin's diary. I don't know anything about Odin. Odin Finch, joining the great majority. A book he wrote. The mysteries of death and thereafter. Here's the 7th dwarf! I found it! Mysteries of Death and Thereafter by Odin Finch. So he was a writer. Explains why he has so many books, but doesn't explain why he had so many copies of certain books. So I did find the 7 dwarves here. Awesome. However, I don't know. I can't confirm that there's not 8, but oh, that's a cool idea. That's such a cool idea. I love that. Hold on. Photograph it. There we go. Decorating ideas. I love that. You need to be like decent at painting that. But man, this look at this little bird on the door. He's wearing a hard hat. Oh, it's Sven and Edie. Look at the pigeons here. The hard hat pigeon and the painter pigeon. That's fantastic. Okay. I think we have to read his diary. Built in 1937 by Sven Finch. Is this a map of the house? No, that's not right. Or like part of it, maybe. All right. Oh, it's a viewfinder.
For
Oh my
500
God.
years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Uh-huh.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse.
1 second.
His wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Okay, so this is something that will only make sense to someone who's actually played with one of these viewfinder things. I pressed the button down, but I didn't hold it down long enough, and it went apart like you saw, and then it came back together because when you don't push it down all the way on one of those viewfinders, it only goes like halfway to get stuck, or it goes back to where it came from without moving forward. So it actually, they replicated the experience of playing with a viewfinder here by making it work the same way. Like if I only click it halfway, it only goes partially, because that's what actually would happen with one of these little viewfinder toys.
On January 7th,
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Hold on. Back up there. January 7th, he set sail with his house. Oh my gosh. All right.
But
Eccentric.
40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
I have so many questions. How do they get from the coast of Washington if they're in Norway? Like, I don't think you can go east from that direction to get to Washington, like around through Alaska, through the Arctic. I don't think you can do that. I mean, maybe nowadays when there's no ice caps, but like not back in the 30s for sure. Okay.
Odin's daughter Edith, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Orcas Island. So that was, baby Molly was born in Norway. Then I guess.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
And they have to build the house. That's why Sven is such a good builder. Yeah, if you only press a little bit, it gets stuck halfway through the frame.
His daughter
Exactly.
Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Mm-hmm. All right. That's the end, huh? All right. How do I get out of this now? Oh, the Finch buries the latest victim of his family's curse. Yeah, okay, we saw all these. I want to not now. Okay, there we go. I have to back away. I get it.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So Ingeborg is his brother? That's what it sounds like. Ingeborg. Okay. All right. I didn't quite get what's going on there, but I mean, I get the gist of it. I missed the family dynamic there in that 1 second slide there. And then poor Sven died doing what he loved, building a dragon slide.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
So this must be Edith right there, then. And her mom's Barbara, then? All right. Cool. I love all the little details. Like, there's a story behind everything here. I love that. Like little things you might never notice. Mural sketches, Barbara concepts, Molly concepts. My friend Bigfoot. Channel 7, Edith interview, random junk, home movies, conspiracy now. So he's very conspiracy stuff. Sam medal ceremony, 63. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's go. Again, I just love all the little details. Deepest sympathies. Norwegian folktales. Little shark there. Yeah, this is cool. All right. Mosey. Oh, is that shag carpeting or is it painted? I think it's shag carpeting based on the way it's rising up. I mean, baby bubble bonsai, but no, baby bubble bonanza, bubble bath, and then whatever that is, I can't read it. Polar something, and a whole bottle of orange table wine. Interesting. Oh, but hold on, there's another book here. Does it open to something else? There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edith Finch. Oh my gosh. Carpet in the bathroom. Yeah, that's pretty gross. I have seen carpet in the bathroom in the old houses. But... Okay.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
That's really clever. That's really clever.
Sven
Again.
gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Calvin Finch, born 1951, born 1950, died 1951, so just a little after his second birthday. Oh. This was Sam, she said? This is a photo of Sam in the mirror? Okay. Keep clear. Developing stuff. Strong sculpt. Fills in holes and glows in the dark. What? Kid's safe. I don't understand. Fills holes and glows in the dark. Non-digestible. Useful, easy, fast, and fun. What is that? What are they doing with that? Is that what she's using to seal the doorways? Glow in the dark filling? Or is this like... It says handy and fun. Strong sculpt, kids safe. Nice buck. Very nice buck. Barbara Finch. Milton was here too. Fort Calvin. Okay. Now we got a whole another thing going on here. Odin Finch National Park. That's cool. There's a picture of Calvin Finch. Well, if Calvin Finch's, I don't know, grave? It says Fort Calvin. But it did say 51 there, right? Oh, Fort Sam. So Sam and Calvin are brothers, but like, I can't see that. I thought it said 51, so there's only two. Definitely they're older than that. So Sam and Calvin were twins. One's the astronaut, one's the soldier. Sam's the one that survived. And he had the camera. This is a cool idea for the rooms though. You got the hunter, the soldier, and then over here you got the explorer, the astronaut, you know? Having all the space toys. This is fun. Again, so many little stories and details just built into this. The books that he reads, the 5 Grand Generals captured, most improved player. Well, I mean, I guess he got most improved player. Oh, it did say Sam Award or Sam Medal 63, right? It said Sam Medal in the other room, I believe. Smoke 'em Joes. Oh my.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Calvin, apparently.
And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
So he's got space books. He's got Liftoff, the Hardy Boys, the Finchers, a falling flock. Okay. The Devil's Flame. Kraken. The Finches, a falling flock. The Old Breed. He's got more fiction, it looks like, too. The Mr. Martian, yeah, he's got more fiction. Calvin. Oh, there's a little story inside of this, too. Okay. Well, let's learn about Calvin.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think
This is how you end
Calvin
up with a broken foot.
always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Oh my god.
I told him going around was impossible.
It says you.
Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh, this true. This
then
branch
maybe
is breaking
he'd
here.
still be here. But I doubt it.
Okay, this
I think
this
he'd
is way
already
too
made
high.
up his mind. That's what I
Oh
want to
my
remember
gosh.
about my brother.
Oh, we're gonna do it. I would never go inside a swing. I'm a coward. Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're going
That's the
forward.
day he made up his mind to fly. And
Oh
he
my
did.
god. That's a creepy way to write that. If that's what happened. Holy cow.
Calvin's story felt strangely
11
familiar.
years old. Okay, that
When
makes
I
sense.
was younger, I
50
remember
to
trying
61.
to do the
Got it.
exact
That makes
same
sense.
thing.
Did you do it on the top of a cliffside? Because that seems like a bad idea. Yeah, there it is at the date right there. 50 to 61. So he was only 11 when he died. Just trying to do a loop-to-loop on the swing. It makes total sense. It really does. But I don't know why Sam would write the letter that way. Like, because Andy did. It's very morbid, like the way to write that. But I mean, I trust that's what happened in this case because someone else is writing the letter about it. It's not in the other case we had the girl writing her own story, and then dying shortly afterwards. But I don't think that she turned into I don't think the monster killed her.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Yeah, leave it untouched. That's smart. But it looks like that Fort Sam never really progressed either. He looks like an 11-year-old's bedroom.
Mom said
but
Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
does that check out? Poor place to build a swing. Yeah, very bad place to build this swing. I agree there. Can I open up the book? Here we go. So he died at 33. So he got through the war. He like went to probably Vietnam. Let's see, 1868 then? Yeah, I would imagine he went to Vietnam then. I think the war ended in 69. Do I want to leave yet? I mean, again, you could spend the whole day here. Graduated high school in 68. He's already off to war. And he's in the Marine Corps. Certificate of acceptance. He never came back. Oh, yeah. See, look at this. That's so, like, oh my gosh. And that's so sad. It's just amazing. Like, just a little bit of storytelling, like, right there. We just have this one image. Oh, man. That's so crazy. I love it. This game's awesome. All right. Let's go. Also, the secret bookshelf back here. Also love that. We're getting a lot of bookshelf ideas for when I make my own wacky mansion in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, there's so many details in this. It's like really, I could spend so much time just looking around. And I love it's like all these just little vignettes. It's like, oh, it rolls up. That is so cool. You legit could have books on there. You might want to just have them like nailed in or like glued in. But if it rolled up like that, you potentially actually could have books on it still. That's some engineering.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Uh-huh. Somebody's drinking orange tabby. Zinfandel, though, back in here. Or they're just stashing it. Oh, is this the wine cellar right here? Yeah, the wine cabinet. Now, do I go here or do I go forward? I don't know. Which way do I want to go here? Can I get back in there then?
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
I'd want to live in a house like this, except it is a little creepy at the same time. Barbara Finch was in My Friend Bigfoot? Oh, that makes total sense.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Uh-huh. Barbara Finch on My Friend Bigfoot. Just based on the photo era here, I would say... have a year on it? I would say based on the just this image of the set, 1972 is when they made the film. Let's see if I'm right. It's got the Hollywood. She died in 1960, so I'm way off. I am off. So it must have been like late 50s then. So can I go back in here? I can. I want to go this way and see Barbara's room. Oh my gosh.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Seattle Ballet Company presents Swan Lake. She won awards for this. $1946 is when she won this award for I can't read the award. I can't read what the award says. International something. Can't read it. She had her own doll. Barbara Finch, My Friend Bigfoot.
never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Seattle Starlets. What's she reading? The Hollywood Workout, Free from School, Angels, Alice in Wonderland, classic. The Camera's Touch, The Poetics, Center Stage, Masters of Cinema, so like a lot of film stuff. A couple copies of Alice in Wonderland, you know. They don't expect anybody to actually look at these things. Oh, we got a old school comic book there. Happy birthday, Barbara, and it's got all the candles in it. How old is she? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 16 candles. Looks like this is ice cream? Popcorn? Ice cream. I mean, she's got beer under her bed, not very well hidden. Not very well hidden at all. And she was died in 1960, right? That's what you saw? And she died from a poisoned cookie, it seems. Because, like, who eats just, like, a bite of it on their birthday and, like, I mean, no way that a cookie like this would sit around that long. You know? She must have died right after she got it. Poison cookie. The only... Yeah, I'd have to do the math and see when she died, because that might actually be accurate. I forget when she was born. Okay, let's read this. Oh, there it is, right there. Yep, 16. Died at 16. Yep. So she honestly died eating the cookie. Almost certain. That's what happened. You will never convince me otherwise.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Dreadful Stories. Just starring Barbara Finch. All right.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Okay.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
Oh, that's not very nice.
But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed.
I don't think that's going to turn it around for you.
Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh, boy.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was canceled.
Well, yeah, but you can't scream now anyways, so...
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
What?
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box.
Ah.
The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Interesting.
I'll be back in a sec.
Good to know that.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned.
Uh-oh.
So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
It's a creepy one.
She reached for the music box.
That's what I did.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Why did he lock it behind himself? Why? Wouldn't it be locked? Wouldn't it be unlocked if you already went down there? Oh, I'm controlling it now. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. Oh, the music.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Gotta warm up a little bit first. Gotta warm up a little bit. Oh my god. What is going on down
The
here?
gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Well, that's pretty creepy. And this is... So this is Calvin. And this is Molly. And this is where the blood came from before. Oh my gosh. This is where Sven cut his hand on the table saw. Because he was making this creepy thing of his one child and his other child. Oh my god. This is a weird thing to spend your time on there, Sven. Oh yeah, get a workout, get a workout, get a workout. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, we're ready. Oh, where am I going now? Back door. Fridge.
The old fridge rattled.
What?
And grew still.
Well, okay. It's kind of creepy, but then you gotta remember that this is an artist's rendering of what happened, right? So this is like a scandalous pop, like, you know, pulp comic book thing. So they would write it, and they don't know exactly what's in the basement, so they just speculate what Sven must be doing in the basement, right? What he must be working on. Doesn't necessarily mean he actually was doing those things. It's just the artist's interpretation of what he thinks that Sven would be doing in the basement, making cutouts of his children.
Oh dear.
Ooh! Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Oh my god.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb,
Okay.
have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show.
Okay.
Hours later...
Barbara! Walter?
Uh-huh.
What's going on up there?
What?
Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Uh-oh. I got the crutch still. Where's the stairs? We have an egg chair? No way that this is 1960. Also, it's a fun little set piece though too. This game like does a good job of letting you like break the tension a little bit. Okay, occasionally here. Oh man. Skate just randomly falls down the stairs. Walter, you okay?
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished.
What?
But his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Huh? Wait.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless.
Uh-oh.
He was quite Smashing.
Stick.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Oh, God.
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
Where's Walter? This is the fish room? This is the fish room. Okay. I know this.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
What? This is again, it's a creepy twist on the thing. Okay, wait, Molly's room should be...
Molly's door hadn't been opened.
Why wouldn't have been? Oh, why wouldn't it be sealed up?
Finch's grown.
No, the roller skate! It comes back around!
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
I think we have to find out who it was. This is like the horrible crime reenact with the TV that are heavily dramatized. Yeah, exactly it. It's exactly it. That's what this was for the era. It's exactly what we get now. Uh-oh, he's not there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's bad.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
I wouldn't go to the door in this situation.
Someone at the door.
I can't see out the window.
Dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Wait. Yeah, don't turn your back to anything in the house.
Oh dear.
Oh dear? Surprise! Oh my god.
You were wonderful.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
Uh-huh.
Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous.
Wait, what?
And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
Hold
I wasn't there myself.
Yeah, okay.
I hear Barbara was magnificent.
How?
Poor girl.
Again.
She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all
Smart guy.
pretty hard. But that's another story.
Oh,
As
great.
for Barbara, tucked
Leave
inside
this family
the music
alone.
box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
What?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Okay, no, you made the last part up so you could say eerie tale. What? There's no way that happened like that. I don't think so. I disagree. I don't think that's
Edie
what
told me all
happened.
Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
I mean, yeah. Like, that's not at all what happened. That's not at all what happened. There's no way. There's no way that's what happened. Her ear? That doesn't even make sense. And also the fans being a surprise party, none of that makes sense. Like, how dumb are readers of these comic books? Okay, we have half a cookie here. She died. She was poisoned by the cookie, obviously. Like, that makes absolutely no sense that her fans are there to kill her and they were actual monsters? Like, I would buy that they poisoned her for some reason with a poisoned cookie. Or, I mean, something. I don't know. I just get a weird vibe from this whole thing here. It's a little sad, yeah. And there's Rick. We don't actually have any actual photos of Rick. Like, I don't know. You have a young girl who's like was famous and now isn't famous and is coping with that. I mean, you have like things like all these Hollywood books on here, but namely my one focus I think would be the, where was it? Hollywood workout, like Hollywood fitness kind of things. Like maybe she cares about weight, you know, like that kind of thing happens to teenage girls for sure. And like they yeah, maybe murdered by a fan.
All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
And how, maybe, is that part real? Like, how would, like, where did this story come from? I would believe murdered by a fan. I would believe that. At least that would have some truth, like a grain of truth to the story. But the ear thing, the music box, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that part of the narrative doesn't make a lot of sense. And yeah, you're right.
I guess now I know why
Elton,
Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yeah. It is like, this all is just unreliable narrative. It's like the entire thing is all about unreliable narrators, right? Like, and we have no idea. And also we have the layer on top of this, of the unreliable narrator thing, is that we are actually reading inside of a journal. At the beginning of the game, we were inside of a journal written by Edith Finch. So what she's writing might not even be accurate to what actually happened and what occurred, because she's reliving a memory of her, like, this is her memory going back through this thing and what she wrote down, but she might be unreliable too. You don't know. There's no way to know for sure.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. What's this cord about? Power cord going all the way up there. Interesting. Okay. So now, I guess they expect me to go downstairs and, so we've been in that room. We've been in that room. I think they expect me to go back downstairs to the music box now. Were there any rooms I missed along the way,
I wonder
though?
if that comic was right about there being a key inside the music box near the basement.
Yeah, okay, I'm going game. I get the hint. I know how hints in games work. Yeah. Now, all these stories are related to deaths of family members, and again, like, why would they keep these things like that? Like, it doesn't make any sense for her mom to keep that comic, and it does make good sense from a literary standpoint of like, oh yeah, that'd be a good way to frame some stories, is having all these stories of your family's gruesome deaths. And you know, if you're writing your own memoir, you might do things that way, you know. Not to say that Edith is you know, not telling the truth here, but keeps spinning it apparently. Fair enough. That part of the comic book is real. Okay. So where did they get the information for the comic book? That's the other thing I know. Like, there's details in the comic that I don't know. You know, like, it makes me think that Edie is the one that would have sold the story, because remember she called the tabloid about the mole man living in the basement or whatever? Like, she might call up this little comic book place and say, hey, have I got a story for you? And like fill them in all these little details that you know, that like, how would some comic book author know that little detail of the basement? Like, all they know is that she disappeared and all that was found of her was her ear. That's all they know according to the comic book. So that part feels made up, and I think it might have been Edie that made it up, her grandmother. So this is Sven's workshop. Okay. Nothing creepy going on down here.
The basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Uh-huh. So we have woodworking stuff. We have model for the dragon slide. Another couple of dwarves. So now we are up to 9, unfortunately. Breaks my theory there. We got the table saw, they got that part right. So, like, they knew details of the house and the layout and all that kind of stuff. So how would you know that? Like, the police report's not going to say all that stuff.
I saw
the police
Edie
report
sneak
doesn't
down
know.
to the basement once, carrying packages.
Mm-hmm. Grandmother Edie is keeping these mementos, I guess, to her sealing the rooms and their stories inside was to preserve them. But it sounded like Edie wasn't the one sealing the rooms. I don't know. I don't think Edie sealed the rooms. Maybe not. Maybe she
I thought
did seal,
maybe
I don't
she was
remember.
hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
What do we got going on here? Well, first of all, I missed this billiard table before. There's a generator running down here. There's lights on. The grandmother was obsessed with stories. Like, she wanted to, like, create the
I remember
mythology.
asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Yeah. So, Edith's mom is the one who sealed the rooms, not Edie. So, the grandmother Edith, or Edie, is the one who was, like, obsessed with the stories and things like that. But her mom is the one that sealed the room. She sealed all the rooms. However, she also just said that her mom kept Barbara's room, put that comic book in Barbara's room. I think. I don't think it was Edie that did that. I think it was Barbara that did that.
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
So Walter left. Okay. We have Alvino's cereal with the koala on the side. We got pea soup, condensed
If
pea
there's a
soup.
pattern in all
Lots
these
of
stories-
condensed pea soup. Oh, yeah? What's the pattern?
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Here's Walter's house. Okay, this is where Walter lived. I love that little detail. Oh my gosh. He was living in a bunker in the basement making toy trains, making model trains. Okay. All right, so he's got lots of books down here. What is he into? Cracking the Curse? Spiritual Warfare, Exorcism. Okay, he's got some light reading here. Psychic Self-Protection. Okay, he's got some light reading here. Homemade Weaponry. Okay. Barbara Finch, Child Star. So he read the book, Barbara Finch, Child Star. So there was a book written about her that may have collected some of these details. Again, I blame Edie for distributing that information. Yeah, the grandmother's the one who drilled the peepholes. I guess presumably so she could look in on them. So to see the rooms again. Train modeling. So he's into some spiritual stuff. He's into some, like, conspiracy stuff. He's into some psychic stuff. He also, like, likes reading about the Finch curse. He likes reading about his sister. Psychic self-protection, echoes from afar. So I feel like he's a little bit more out there, if that's possible. And it's March 2005 in his room here, and he died in 2005, so that makes sense. What do we have here? Oh, spice racks, okay. He's got postcards from who? Postcards from around the world. All right, let's do it. Let's dive into Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Is he eating peaches?
But if you wait long enough,
76.
you get used to anything.
$12 o'clock, a train goes underneath?
Even
or
a
train goes
monster
by?
on the other side of the door starts to feel normal.
Huh.
Almost friendly.
More peaches.
And then one day, everything just
2005.
stopped.
Wait. Look at his spots he has on his arms and hands. This is the same kind of spots that Molly had. That's exactly what her arms and hands look like.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Freckles? It could be.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
And that could be it too. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
I'm done waiting.
Where are we going?
I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Okay. You've been down here for 30 years, man. Why would you even mark off the days? It's like you're in a prison sentence here. So if there was a train going beneath the house here or something like that, I don't even know what that would be.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly
he doesn't know what killed them, okay?
and Calvin.
He's looked into this. He's been
Maybe
researching
this
the family.
is all a mistake.
Huh.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
Okay. See, okay. Train
Whatever's
tracks,
out
right?
there, I want you to know, I'm ready for it.
He's just gonna get hit by a train.
I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
He's just gonna get hit by a train.
I don't mind if I only have a year left.
Yeah, he was the boy that hit under the bed, right? Exactly.
Or a month. Or a single week.
So
I'd be happy
he didn't hear the train one day
new day.
and decided it was enough.
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
And here comes the train. So, what he doesn't know is about daylight savings time. Because the train didn't come when he expected it to. His
Walter
clock's
died
all
when I
messed
was
up.
6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
So she was an hour behind, or an hour ahead. Because it's March, so he would have been spring forward. Spring forward. It means the train would have come earlier, according to him. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't make sense then. It wasn't daylight savings time that killed him. I wanted daylight savings time to be blamed for a casualty. First of all, he died on a Friday, and he was died on a Friday, not a Sunday, and he would have been. If it was the spring, it would have been going forward an hour. So the time for him would have been 12, but the actual time would have been 1 o'clock. So the train would have been an hour earlier for him than he expected. At 11, if it was a 12 o'clock train. So
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect
the theory's
me.
undone immediately. Go lift! Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully it's not still. Let's see what time it is first. Oh, where's the clock? She took down the clock, so I can't tell what time it is. I don't want to get hit by a train, too.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
In a cave? You didn't live in a cave your whole life?
But if
In a
she never
bunker?
told me about an uncle under the house,
What else did she
I can
tell
only
you?
imagine what else she was hiding.
Yeah. Dun dun dun.
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Don't make the same mistakes any of them made. I mean, the most reliable narrator is Walter, actually, interestingly enough. He's this like a garbage, like how he just brought his garbage down here each day. 30 years of garbage and have so many rats. Oh my god.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Meaning like the memories are still alive?
Now that there's only one of us left. Or maybe two.
Maybe two.
I thought it was
Unlikely,
time
though.
I heard the stories for myself.
I'm not
Found out
gonna
what
walk right on
happened
the
to
tracks
everyone
just in
else.
case there's a train coming through.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Yeah. None of
Maybe
them are
we
real.
believed so much in a family curse. We made it real.
Oh, Walter. Where was this train going? Like, there would be a train coming across the bay here. Oh no, there's the tracks right there. Never mind. Okay, so the train, like, this got broken here at some point. Oh my god. That's too sharp a turn for a train. There's no way they can make that. That's way too sharp a turn. Explains why it's broken here. There's no way a train can make that turn.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Wait. It's like a totem pole? It is. Oh my.
And the history you're a part of.
Oh, this is what he was making in the basement. It was real. Here's the Molly one. Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks for the follow, Dixie. Appreciate it. Yeah, I stream on both, so either wherever you like to watch it more. I usually am on both all the time. So I want to see who's at the bottom of the totem pole
I
here.
feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I'm not that lost. All of you are crazy, and none of you are reliable, and
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
so it doesn't explain. Did the train derail when it killed Walter? I'm just debating. So what brought Walter outside was that the train stopped, right? Train didn't come on time, and that's what brought him outside finally, I believe. Unless there was later on, but I feel like he was just all of a sudden it stopped. So the train didn't come on time one time, and then he decided it's time to go. So was the train going faster than it was supposed to and then crashed here, maybe? Because it was trying to keep up with another time? Like, I can't see what's on the other side of these things to see the other faces. I do want to, but I can't. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Like, I don't think trains do that. If they're late, they're late. I don't think they try to go faster to make up time. But if they're that far late where he had time to break through a wall with a sledgehammer, then, you know, that's gonna take him a couple hours, I would imagine. Maybe an hour if he's really strong, but then he's got to like walk out there into the nothing. I don't think he's gonna do that very quickly.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Yeah. Where have we, I don't think we've been to all these rooms yet. If we're gonna go to all of them. Like, there's several, like, little, like, treehouse looking things up there that I don't think we've visited. Am I going back? I'm not going that way. I'm going back this way, I think. I'm going around this way.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the family cemetery is down here. Hey,
It's
Thorn.
embarrassing for me to admit
My
this,
coffee's all
but
gone already, but it's the poison apple.
the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Oh my. Pet cemetery. We have Christopher, the goldfish, Shadow. Christopher lived longer. Christopher lived 5 years? A goldfish in that little bowl? Hey, Boop. How's it going? A goldfish in that little bowl lived for 5 years? I find that hard to believe. There's no way a goldfish like that lived 5 years. In a tiny little fish bowl? I don't know. In the 40s. A tiny little fish bowl in the 40s. A fish lived 5 years. I don't think so. Bob's a dog. Oliver lived as a rabbit. Bob the dog would live 4 years. The fish lived longer than the dog? Come on. Shadow lived 10 years. Shadow's a good cat.
3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh. The gerbils? Oh, the gerbils are these little guys, I think. So there's Shotzi was pretty old dog. Maybe? It looks like a doghouse. It's gotta be a dog. So 10 years, 14 years? That's a good age for a dog. Longest fish you have is about a year. I like the longest fish I have is like 3 months. I'm terrible with fish. Bailey lived a long time. Another 14 years? 13 years. Still, very good. Very good dog. And we have Zoe, Coco, Tucker, Charlie, his cat. Charlie lived a long time. 14 years? 14 years again. Right? Yeah. Okay. Huh. Daisy. And then Lucy was 13 years. A lot of old dogs. A lot of old dogs. This is a lot of old dogs. I mean, maybe it's got to be a dog. It's got the dog bone thing, dog crossbones there. I can't see what the ones in the back here are. They're just pre-made ones they have sitting around just for the next animals. We have Zerpy. We have Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, and Derpy Jr. These are all Edith named gerbils, it looks like.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
There's Molly. Angel Cat. We have Calvin, spaceship. So this is the photo that was taken, that we saw. Sven and Edie. The writer and the worker. So again, Edie's the writer, right? So Edie is all about the stories. You know, so I feel like a lot of this, like the focus on the family stories, the family, like what the tale is told, is, you know, what it is. So okay, so there's a theory then that I'd have that the diary then was written by Edie, not by Molly. That's my new theory then. Because that story was so well written, right? That diary entry was so well written that I don't believe it would be a 10-year-old, you know? So it could be that, you know, Molly died of whatever, doesn't matter. But then Edie writes the story to tell the legacy, and that's the first time it happened, where she decided to tell the story she wanted to tell. about a girl becoming a cat, and becoming a owl, then becoming a shark, then becoming a monster. So she wrote the story because the truth was not as interesting and it's less painful if there's some meaning behind it, you know? Whereas the other ones, the stories they tell, so Sam wrote that story. And then Walter wrote his own entry there. Well, okay, so we saw what happened to him, but so he wrote the entry about leaving, and he wrote that and then left, right? So like as he was narrating the thing, that's the letter he wrote before he left. And it was just reading it in a thematic kind of way as was happening there. We have Barbara. So in this case, the story was told via a comic book that was placed there by someone, possibly Edith's mother, possibly by Edie. Yeah, I think that Edie may have written the diary entry for Molly, possibly. I don't know.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Mm-hmm. Sven and Edie and Molly in the house, just going down with the ship.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Is that out there? Is that the thing that we're seeing with the light on it out there? It looks like there's some rocks. I don't know if you can. I mean, I don't know. It might be a house. Maybe let's take a look. Oh, I can see further.
Edie said she
There it
dreamed
is.
about the old house every night.
At low tide. This doesn't look like low tide. That wouldn't be still standing there. It's wood. First of all, you tried to sail a house across the water. Secondly, it's wood, and it's been like almost 100 years. So yeah, Confused Gravity Monkey. No, I have not finished the game yet. I think we're getting very close though. Oh, don't want to walk that way.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand.
Yeah,
But
that
the
doesn't
older I
look like
get,
low tide
the
to me.
more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Oh, look at this. We didn't learn anything about Gregory or Gus.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Oh, well, Gregory lived to be 1. Not even? He was only like... No, he's only like not even 1 yet. Right? January... No, he's 1. He's almost 2. Gus was... He lived a pretty long life, right? 69 to 79. So he was 13. Okay, maybe not that long. I still have 7 self-real stories to go. Good. I didn't want this to be over yet. Oh, here we go. We still have to learn about Milton, right? Find him. We don't have a death date on that. We just made a memorial for him. Sanjay died February 2002, 66. So he was pretty old.
She lost 2
40s.
of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
And Lewis. 88 to 2010. So they're living a little bit longer now. They're not dying at 13 and 11 anymore. They're living a little bit longer.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Maybe. We don't know much about her mom either, who's not alive. What kind of game is this? It's a narrative adventure game, I guess. Kind of just explorations of visiting memories of the house
looking
and
back on it
learning
now.
history. It's in the vein of like Gone Home or something like that, Tacoma, something like that, you know. Have I done the fish cutter thing yet?
If
I
she
don't think
told
so.
me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Oh boy, good timing. Oh my god. 22 weeks pregnant and you're walking across a branch like that? Oh my god. I mean, that's like only like halfway, but like it's, yeah, walking simulator is a little bit like I always think that's kind of pejorative the way people use it. Like, it's not simulating walking, it's simulating a story of a family. But hey, how's it going? All right, we'll see ya. Yeah, that was kind of intense there. Like, a lot of these scenes are gonna be kind of intense, so if you know you're sensitive to that kind of thing, please turn it off, you know. I guess I'm walking over the top, but I don't know where I'm going from there. No? This is the first time there's been a problem navigating for me. Oh, here's a ladder. Okay. It wasn't that bad.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Grandpa Sam was a soldier. This is his room? This is like his apartment. Okay. So like now we're getting into the upper rooms here. We're out of the main house. Now we're into the additions. Environmental storytelling. There you go.
Pretty intense.
They were both pretty intense. I'd say
Sam
so.
spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Mm-hmm. So Sam was not just he enlisted in the Marines, but then looks like he later became a photographer, like a war photographer. Images of War photography by Sam Finch. Interesting. Collection of duck calls. Could you explain the plot so far? Oh boy. Okay, so we're playing. Oh yeah, if you look down at your characters, you saw a belly. That's the belly. I get it. And I was like, why is she so big? I was like, maybe that's okay, but like, no judgments. But that makes total sense of why she's a little bit bigger. Yeah, I didn't want to comment on it. She could just be, have a large stomach. That's fine. But the plot so far. So we are playing as a character named Edith Finch. She's grew up with this crazy family in this crazy house. And there is a curse upon the family, so to speak, and all of the family members except her are dead. So we're kind of like re-exploring the house, learning their histories, learning things we never knew before about her family, and kind of that's a fun little narrative game that's got like just enough humor but it's also got a lot of intensity and heart. It's really quite interesting. So we can read this letter for Sam. I want to look around his room a little bit first, though. So we have a room back here. This is how I'm gonna get out of here eventually. We have a lot of shooting stuff on the wall. Also, I'm interested to see that there's child locks here. I mean, it's good that they have child locks on the guns. That's responsible. That's very responsible. However, these child locks are not the most effective thing in the world. You probably want something a little more secure on there when you're dealing with guns, because I mean, these things, they are okay, but if you yank on them, they'll pop off. If you yank on those enough, they'll pop off. You want more of a more secure gun lock. You definitely don't want to be storing ammunition alongside weapons. This doesn't look like it'd be the right thing for it. This is a rifle. These are shotguns. These look like shells. But I'm guessing he has ammunition stored down here. Then again, looks like a engraved rifle. I don't think you'd actually want to necessarily shoot with that. Oh, he's got ammo right there. I take it back. So he's storing the ammo with the guns. I don't know. It's not quite right. I am streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Yeah, so there's a little diverted chat sometimes. I have to respond to both.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Yeah, he seemed to throw himself into danger here. But he's doing what he wanted to do since he was a child. I mean, he wanted to be in the military, and he did it. So. The other doors aren't locked. This one seems to be. This one's sealed up, at least. So he's got a book called Prone, Returning Home, Ridgeback, Red Flag Warning. A lot of military books. So, like, before it was, like, military, like, history stuff. And now it's like the Constitution for kids. Okay, a little embarrassing to have that on your shelf. You know, these are more of like sound like fiction or maybe historical writings. We have an airline ticket for K. Finch. A box for K. His wife. Oh, the side doors aren't locked. Yeah. I'll walk through that door when I'm done in here. Old school TV. This feels like a very modern bedroom, though. So he must have died recently. 83, really? See, I would not believe this to be 83. This seems like a very modern kind of cover. The child locks is kind of a modern thing, I feel like, to have on those, unless somebody put those on after the fact. The camera, okay, I believe that's 83. You know, that's like a 70s camera. The TV's very 70s. He's got an 8-track here, it looks like. So that's pretty 70s. I think it's an 8-track. Sparrow. I can't read what it says there, but wouldn't be like any kind of VCR or video thing. Then again, he was cutting edge. Maybe he would have video. You know. I don't know. It seemed like a little more modern of a bedroom, but I guess 83. I don't know. All right, let's read about Sam. Oh, in the gun case, you lock the 2 doors in the middle, but not the side doors. I'm thinking that the side doors don't have anything of value or note in them. They don't have guns or anything like that in them. I'm thinking you just lock up the ones that have ammunition and guns, and not the side doors necessarily, because it is like more of a cabinet than it is. It's not really a gun rack either. Like, it's not really a gun cabinet. What is he done here? So we're just gonna like look at his photos to hear his story.
Dawn, I promise you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
A little blurry.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it?
I might have taken that photo a little too early.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
Gotta find the focus.
Okay, got it.
Nice one.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
The top has a gun in it? It's open? No. It had a lock on it. Well, I'll take a look at it when we get out of here.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Aw.
Nothing quite like being outside.
There's a good photo.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
This is
still want to
great.
take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
Oh.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
This is interesting, Dad.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
I love that you just kind of
Your
have to find the
grandpa's Fen
focus.
taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
That's a good one.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Oh, that's a nice photo.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
I like to get the 2/3 framing here. You know.
Get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
I want to get the... See, the problem is I want to get the gun in the shot, but I can't get focused there just quite right.
Now keep yourself squared up, elbows down, like we practiced. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, I pulled the trigger
Great
on that
shot,
one.
Dawn!
Oh! I took the shot as soon as that's kind of clever. Oh, no. Oh, Dad, what have you done? What have you done? This is a good shot.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always
Such a
remember
good
that,
shot.
okay?
Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm controlling him now. Oh, is he recording this?
Sorry, Dawn, just gotta reset the timer.
No, really? Smile.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not
Oh,
to think about
oh, damn! Oh my God.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Oh my gosh. Why that story? That's a weird thing to say. Also, again, that's the most reliable story there is because there's photographic evidence of every little bit of that. Oh boy. That's a shot though. Like that is a hell of a shot. Like, man, you published that and dang. That's like, I mean, the crazy guilt, like I don't like, yeah, what do you do with that? Like, you feel bad because you shot the deer and you feel bad about the deer, and then your dad made you do it so you feel worse, and then you like come to have him next to you to get the photograph of it, and he gets killed by the deer that you didn't kill, because if you had been a better shot, then your dad would still be alive. What is that's a freaking head trip, man. That's gotta be like all kinds of tough. I can't imagine. All right, back to this. There's a lock on this one where the gun is. Oh, the side ones you're talking about here. Okay, yeah, there's no lock on those ones. Maybe the thought is that you can only really get the gun out from the middle. That's a really weird thing to do. There's no good way to lock those, unless he's got them nailed shut, maybe. Unless he nailed shut those ones, so he doesn't have to worry about locking it. I see what you're saying. It wasn't her fault, like, but like still, you're gonna like feel guilty. You feel guilty about the deer, but then you didn't want to kill the deer anyways. But then because you didn't want to kill the deer, it's your fault he died. So that's like, oh man, that one's tough. That one's a tough one. And these guys, look at this, fam. Like, and the sun here. So where's the sun at this point? So the sun may have been gone by that time? Like, we have to find out more about this, because this is a photo of him and his family. That's the dad there, because that's him here, right? That's Sam. However, yeah, maybe the other one is gone already. He died, and who's the old guy? The old guy is, I don't know. Which old guy do you mean? The old guy. I mean, looking at this, there's the old guy being Odin or Walter. Walter was the other guy. Dawn is her mother then. So that's Dawn is Edith's mother, it looks like, I think. I don't know. No, Sam in the desk. He doesn't look that old. Then again, this is, well, he's got blonde hair. Like this is a shot of him. Like that's what he's supposed to look like, right? So it's just like a shot of him. I think when you're wearing that Marines hat, you just look a lot older. Is what happens. You look like an old like vet, like an old man. Now, he would have been pretty old at this point though. He was born in 1950, he died in 83. Well, that's not that old, right? 33? That's not that old. He doesn't look that old. But this picture looks like 33. I'd buy that. But then he had a daughter. Like she was what, like 12 there? 13? So he had a daughter when he was 20? That seems a bit weird. He's 33 and he died. His daughter seems like she's like 12, right? So that means he had a daughter when he was like 21? And he just joined the army when he was 18. So he joined the army and then got married 2 years later? That doesn't seem quite right. Or, I mean, had a daughter 2 years later. Maybe not necessarily married. But he does have a wife or someone in this picture. So I'd assume so. That's just kind of weird. I don't think you'd actually finish your service out in that fast, right? If you join the army or join the Marines in 80 or yeah, his hair's blonde, not gray, definitely. If you joined the Marines in, so you'd been 18, so you'd been 68, right? You joined the Marines during Vietnam. He's not going to get out of there like that quickly. He's not going to like be married with a kid on the way within 3 years. And also, it looks like he has 2 kids. So he's got her. She might be older than he is, I think. But yeah, I think it's just this. When you put this hat on, it just makes you look really old. The hat and the glasses. He never left like without his glasses on. The hat and the glasses together makes you look really old. I think that's it. So yeah, this being not locked, I have no idea. But I'm thinking it's because this is his high school wife. He could have been married at 18. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's the 60s. You know, maybe you got married at 18 before you leave for the service. You never know. Okay, going in. I love trying to like figure out all these things from the details in the rooms. This game's amazing.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They both lost a lot.
I like to theorize, though. So after Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. Okay. Oh, we saw a photograph of this. Finch control. No, Gregory. God, this is gonna be creepy. I can already tell this is gonna be creepy. That baby's way too happy. That baby looks creepy happy. Poor Gregory. Sam Finch, a lawsuit has been filed against you of 20 calendar days after the summons is served. You to file a written response to the attached complaint petition with the clerk of this court located at blah, blah, blah. A phone call will not protect you. Your written response, including case number given above and the names of the parties, must be filed if you want the court to hear your side of the case. If you do not file a response in time, you may lose the case. Oh, no. Hey, come back. I want to read that. I wanted to read that. Oh, good. Okay, I was going to take it away from me. Okay, so summons, got it. Divorce. Oh, this is divorce summons. Okay, so Kay and Sam are getting divorced. That's why the box of stuff was for Kay there. And it looks like they were served in 77. So what's interesting is that he has a box of Kay's stuff in 83 when they got divorced in 77.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Maybe something funny is happening. Oh, I could play as Gregory?
He saw things the rest of us don't.
I can't. Oh, the duck is following me. How's this? That seems like too much water for a baby.
Bath time's over, Gregory.
You left the baby in there by himself? Oh my god.
Hold on, sweetie.
No, you don't go into the phone when you have a baby in the tub. Are you crazy? Oh my god, terrible parenting.
I don't want to talk right now.
Oh, I love the bubble duckies. Bubble duckies. Oh, the froggy's swimming. I control the doggy. Boom. Oh.
You reminded me so much of Calvin.
Oh, all the doggies, all the duckies.
Lost
They're
in his
dancing.
imagination.
Oh gosh. Frog's gonna try to keep up. Synchronized. Is the water getting higher? Oh my god. Oh my god. What are they thinking? It was already, when it started, it was already too much water in there. And then you leave, and then you get a phone call and you're still on the phone? Ma, get back in here. Oh my god. This is probably the worst one. It's not gonna stop me from making the duck dance or the frog dance here. But I mean, this is the most frustrating one. The family's not cursed. The family's stupid a lot of times, it seems like. I don't think it's as much as a curse as it is just stupidity, right? Odin sank his house on the way across the ocean. And I mean, if that even makes sense. Odin sank his house going across the ocean, and the duck needs to pull, the frog needs to pull the plug is what needs to happen. Come back. Hi, bud. We're in trouble. We're in trouble, buddy. But like, okay, so this is dumb. And then some, like, Odin bringing his house across the ocean is dumb. The Sam getting killed by the deer is dumb. Like, because he was so obsessed with getting the shot right, and he told his daughter was fine, and then, you know, oh my god. 100% someone with a kid is hard to watch. This is tough. Grab onto the ball, kid. Like, why? The water's not even on. Like, so like the faucet's right up there. Like, where's the water coming from? It is higher than it was though. I'm gonna knock this letter in there. There we go. Here's a B for you, kid. We got SOB. Oh, I can jump! Oh, that's what it is! Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
It sure made him happy.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know I could jump. This changes everything. Oh. They're all coming in now.
I know how silly it sounds.
Bubbles! The water went down a little bit.
That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
Oh.
I know you did everything you could.
Okay.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
No, you don't go out of earshot especially! My God. Oh my God. What are you doing?
I wish
Oh,
you
the
could
frog
have
turns the
told
water
me
back on. Oh my God.
about the world he saw.
Oh my God.
Hey, there's so much I don't understand. About Gregory. About everything.
Oh my gosh. Why would you put the plug back
But
in?
I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Why would you pull the plug and then put the plug back in?
I'm sure he's happy.
Oh gosh. Wow.
And he'd want you to be happy too.
Good
luck,
Lord.
Kay. Love, Sam.
Yeah, my kid's 10, and we just started letting him like he won't even like start the bath on his own though. So we still like supervise at that point. Like my youngest is 5, so he definitely doesn't get to be alone in there. Not for any length of time where I'm out of earshot on the phone or something. And like not in any way that he could like fill the tub up again. And he knows how to swim, so I think he'd be fine. Actually, that's the big difference.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet.
Man, that was a tough one. That was a really tough one. But like, okay, can we talk about parenting? That if you have a dead baby, you don't put the decorated crib in the same room with your other son? Because that might fuck him up a little bit, don't you think? Don't you think that'd be bad if you had to share a room with your dead brother? Isn't that be a little bit weird? That might be a little bit weird. Dawn, Gus, Greg, be a baby. I'm just baffled by this. So Gus was born in 69. Again, remember, he is Sam's son. And Sam would have been 19 then when he had Gus. Right? And well, this is like, yeah, okay, so this is they're after, right? So he was born in when? 76 to 77. Gus died in 82. So this would have been when he was born, his brother would have been 8, right? 77, yeah. So his brother would have been like 8 when his brother died. So this is like, he was using this room still. I don't know if it was, this part was done up afterwards, obviously, with his favorite things, but like, this part is his. These things are his. Like, he has a rock climbing wall in here. That's something he had. And then you still have like blocks and stuff over here. Like, this is a play area that's ready to go. The freaking froggy's sitting right there. I mean, so yeah, but like, okay, so, I mean, yeah, having kids young is okay, but, like, he was in the Marines at this time, so he wouldn't have been there. You signed up at 18. You're gonna have to go at least 2 years, and he has a kid in his first year in the service. Like, that doesn't make any sense of why you would do that. With sympathy. So these are like I don't know if Edie would have staged this. I don't know if I would have saved this. Like, I don't know. Like, this is not like emergency evacuation plan. The Finch household. Oh my gosh, he put some thought into this. And again, you had a light labeled for Gregory, and he's 1. Like, why does... Like, I mean, I guess it's labeled so you know whose light is whose. But, like, he was sharing a room with his brother at 1 year old? I don't know. Sweep, trash, be a baby. Quiet time, 11 p.m. Quiet time at 11 p.m. It's pretty lenient. Run to the mailbox and back. Okay, so let's read about Gustafer. Four poem.
A poem for
Gus.
Gus.
A poem for Gus. It looks like a 4.
Always said the wedding was
It does
a
look like
bad
a 4.
idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard. Before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Why does he hate weddings?
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I remember.
So... I have to find the next lyrics here. Next words. Oh, here they are. Oh, here's the totem pole. Oh, this totem pole is interesting.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh! He's a bad kid. He's a bad kid.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
So now he's being left unattended. Oh my god.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature
Oh, he's
might
playing with
destroy
this-
the tent our dad had crudely made.
Oh my gosh. A lightning storm is still flying a kite, kid? Okay, so another dumb death here. We didn't teach the kid to not, like, do this in a storm.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Make the music louder so you can't hear your son get electrocuted.